All right, Capricorn, let's see what's doing for you guys. Let's see what your situation is. Let's put that there. What's going on for my Capricorns, please? What is the situation for Capricorn? All right, sorry guys, should have been a little bit more organized. We're going to go into your 4th week of October. We're going to go into like next week's energy, going into the 4th week of October. So we're basically looking at your energies for the end of October. So let's see what your situation is for Capricorn, please. All right, 10 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. All right. Guys, I see you holding on to something and now that's creating a burden for you. You're like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. I'll tell you why. Now you've spread yourself thin. Now you're concerned over the well-being and the welfare of multiple people in your world or in your life. Now you have extra concerns that, that are something that used to be carefree is no longer. So if you're holding on to an old energy and you started up a new energy, for example, you're separated or you're getting a divorce, but now you've engaged in a new relationship, you, by the sheer fact that you're holding on to something old, is creating a burden for you. All right. Others of you, if this is literal, this is you busting your ass to save money. Straight to the point. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is coming clean here with somebody. This is putting all your cards on the table, being honest. But I see an ending and I see a betrayal back there. It doesn't look pretty. It looks like the breakup of an engagement or the breakup of a marriage or the breakup of a home. Well, we're off to a good start. All right, I need to stop being so facetious. We'll see what the outcome is in a minute. Yeah, let's go. All right, universe, angels, spirit guides, what's coming in towards my Capricorn, please? Well, we have one of your cards here, the devil. It doesn't mean you are the devil. That's by no means what that means. The only reason that in the tarot the devil is represented by Capricorn, it is because of the symbol of your zodiac sign. That's it. Nobody should think anything otherwise. As a matter of fact, every zodiac sign operates from a positive or negative. You can have a good Aries or a bad Aries. You could have a good Taurus or a bad Taurus. You could have a good Pisces or a crazy Pisces. Everyone in the whole entire collective can be from positive vibes or negative vibes. It all depends on them. Now, with that said, the devil being here is telling me there's an addiction. Let me see what else is going on. And then this is also for me, Aries, Taurus energy. The magician. The magician is somebody who has every tool in their arsenal to create the life that they want, to create the business that they want, to create the career that they want, to create the world that they want. You have every tool in your arsenal to make your life a happy, better place. Yes, it can be a reality. Now, I do see you walking away from a situation that's not emotionally serving you. You just feel like it's been one-way love. A lot of output, no input. And this for you has been the toxic thing. You're like on a repeat cycle. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. The devil doesn't do things to us. We do things to us. I mean, sometimes like dark, depressing thoughts for me is like the devil, like the real devil. But no, it more or less represents toxicity in our world, whether we're feeling insecure about something, or we date the same people, or we take the same shitty jobs, or we accept the same shitty behavior from other people, or the addictions that we have. We become obsessed. I do see the moon. which is Pisces energy, at the bottom of the deck, which is the reason what this might all be contingent on. Maybe you have fear of the future, fear of the unknown. Thus, this is why you're here. But besides that, yes, things are playing out behind the scenes. Yes, maybe you do need to be cautious because you don't know what's going to turn when you turn the corner, what's going to be there. What is it that Capricorn doesn't see coming their way, please? I am going to be doing a monthly reading too for the month of November. I'm going to publish that next week, but there's a but to that. What's coming in for Capricorn, please? Because I don't do those. I only do weeklies. I'm doing it as a crowd fund, like raising funds for my daughter's pre-professional athlete dance thing. So, but it's like $1. That's all it is. Or whatever you want to give. I'm just letting everybody know that finally I'm going to do some monthly readings for every zodiac sign, and I might put them in the membership as also a perk. Now back to you. Here's what I do love. Partnership. 2 of Cups. This is a partnership. Whether it's business, love, or somebody, a coworker or a best friend. Whoever this is like soul connection. This is like, excuse me. You both feel the same way about each other. Regardless if you've said anything to one another. Like if you told the other, if you didn't say I love you and you do love them, they feel the same way. I don't care what they're telling you. This person feels identical to what you feel to this week. All right. I do see you kind of doing a self-imposed timeout. Be careful with that because the other person might not know what you're doing, even though you're doing internal reflecting. They don't know that. They might think you're pulling away. And shit starts going sideways. But we'll see. I digress. We're going to clarify and see if that's what's really happening here. Or that you're coming out of your shell. What is the advice here for Capricorn, please? A lot of cards. Lover, Gemini. Temperance is Sagittarius. Chariot is Cancer. And you might be dealing with a Cancer. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It does not have to be. But this is somebody who's emotionally mature and available. All right? I see you trying to temper yourself. If you are not, this is what you need to do. I see that you are focused regardless of the positive or negative. If you are not, this is something you have to do. I see that there is a profound connection with a lover here. If you have made a decision, if you have not made a decision, you have to make a decision now. And the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands talks about doing things casually, light and fluffy, in and out, non-committal. It's like doing a project at work, but you didn't double check your work. You didn't cross your T's, you didn't dot your I's. You just did it really quickly and you just left. Maybe some of you are saying, oh, well, it's not like it's my commitment. So you just did whatever. So here is what it's telling me. You're in and out here with somebody that is someone who is here for you, to be in love with you, to share this space with you. But you're taking it maybe possibly casually because there's so much focus on something that you're not looking at it, right? Because you're trying to find your inner peace, your inner balance. Now, what if I was to tell you all this stuff is in your advice position? If you're not doing this, you have to do this. You have to temper yourself. Yes, find balance. You need to course correct this situation because this person, it doesn't have to turn obsessive because I see the devil there. Let me explain what I mean. The Lovers is brought to you by Archangel Michael. All right? You met this person for a reason, and they met you for a reason. Now, it's up to you guys if it's a season. Is it going to be a blessing, or is this just a lesson? You have to choose, right? But you don't want it to go like this, where it goes from the heavens above to the devil below and puts you in chains. You don't want that. All right? Because I know you're stuck and you're struggling to make a decision here. But you've been in jail for 20 years, Capricorn. The door is open. Don't be scared to go out. Yes, things have changed. Yes, you are different. The world is different. The world is scary out there, but it's time to go. And you know what? You're a cardinal sign. You'll be just fine. What is the outcome of the week for Capricorn, please? All right. I have more Taurus and Pisces energy back here, but I also have the Queen of Cups. Listen, guys, you're finally coming to this place where you two are emotionally mature and available. You two have love here for someone. All right, but I see you calculating your worth and your value and something that you want to bring into this world, whether it's a child, a family, a business, a company, your career, whatever it is, you're calculating. You're like, is this below me? Is this beneath me? You're compartmentalizing. But what I love is you're doing it from the heart chakra. Hopefully you are using your intuition, but this could also tell me you're not talking to somebody and either you've engaged in a third party situation or now you're debating in some, I don't know, therapy or help or using a third party. You're weighing your pros and cons. All right, we end it with the, you know why it's like the no talking card and we're ending it with the High Priestess there? Because it's one of those things, it's like, we said everything there is to say. What else should we talk about? We both know where we're both coming from. So what else is there to say? Or it's using your intuition. High Priestess, knowing something and not needing to say anything else. All right. What is the 10 of Wands and 4 of Pentacles? You know why readers emphasize major arcanas? Because those are the cards that influence your destiny and your future or make the little tiny nuanced movements in your world for you to shift or course correct or repeat a cycle and learn another lesson. That's why most readers are like, oh, look at this major arcana, or like, oh, you have so many. Or when I don't see any, it's kind of like when your free will is in play. And it's like the universe waits to see what you decide to do. Do they have to get involved or do they not? And a lot of it is residing in your, what's coming towards you, your advice and outcome. But to your surprise is the partnership. The reason I bring all this stuff up to you is because right smack dab in the middle of your reading is one of the best cards. This is free will. It's you and their free will. What you do here with this partnership can shift the whole entire dynamic and put you on a path of a new life. Because I can already see how 2026 is going to be for you. I can already see how November is going to be for you. But we'll see. Page of Swords. This thing that you're holding on to, the reason it's becoming a burden is because you're stalking it. You're trying to get more information. I don't know if you're doubting yourself and you're saying to yourself, did I make the right choice? Should I leave? Can I go back there? I don't know what you're doing. You're trying to get more info. But you're also calculating. What are you calculating? It's a burden. It's exhaustion. You're weighing your pros and cons, beating your ass over something like super hard. It's like beating a dead horse. Unless you guys are, working 30 jobs trying to save money and you're looking for more work or an easier route. That's also applicable for some of you. Sorry, I read for both because I'm getting a lot of emails asking me, oh, can you do a work reading? Can you do a love reading? No, I'm going to read you the cards, apply them to your life because they can be applied to work and they can be to love. Of course, I'm going to give you the difference between the two. Cards can be theoretical or practical or literal. So I prefer to give you guys all the options. D, all of the above. Come on. The Devil, the Eight of Cups, and Magician, please, for Capricorn. I like this because this makes me feel like it's a sigh of relief. All right, so this is nice. But it's clarifying the devil and you walking away from something. Let's go to the interesting points. Well, at least what I find interesting. Your Eight of Cups. You're walking away from something that no longer emotionally supports you or makes you feel good, right? But you stacked the cups and you left them there and you said, okay, by all means, I'll let you know that I'm dry. But if you want to fill my cups, by all means, go ahead. So maybe you might go back and see if they fill your cups, or you wait for them to see. You hide behind a mountain and you wait to see, are they going to fill your cups? Eight of Swords, but you feel stuck and you feel trapped. And lo and behold, somebody comes along to say to you, the jail door is open. Why are you sitting in here? They come and they grab your arm and they pull you out. Okay? This was the toxic thing. You in a spin cycle, right? You are also trying to manifest a future. How are you doing this? By this. You are trying to temper yourself. You are trying to resist or hold back and no longer stressing over something, which is great because this is what the High Priestess also is telling me. What's this? We've turned over every stone. We've left everything uncovered. There's nothing left to talk about. Only action. Or come at me with your words and tell me what's what. Right? So because of this is giving you an intuitive feeling, Capricorn, that you're like, well, why am I going to stress over this? I need to find my center peace. I need to find my balance because I have other shit going on in my world and in my life that I got to take care of. I can't be stuck here. Even though this is like something that is toxic. Now, fast forward to this Two of Cups, which I think this is separate from that. What is the Two of Cups here for Capricorn, please? Judgment. It is Judgment Day. Queen of Cups, and Queen of Cups is in your outcome. You're feeling love here for somebody. That's a fact. If you're not in love here with somebody or you're feeling strong emotions, this isn't your reading. Unless, well, I can't say that. That's not true. Because this is in a future position. But a lot of you must be starting to engage in feelings. But what you don't know is they feel the same way about you. But you have to make a judgment call. All right? Because judgment is here. You have to put something to bed. You have to put something to rest. The skeletons are coming out of the closet. The ghosts are coming out of the coffins. They all got to be laid to rest. Got to put them away and go back to your journey. Go back on your path. Go back to being a chariot. Take the keys from whoever you gave them to. Get behind the wheel and drive on the course of your life. Because there's something beautiful right here for you, Capricorn. What is all of this in the advice position with Temperance, the Lovers, the Chariot, all of the above? The King of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Wands. That's a whole lot of fire. And the Five of Pentacles. Okay. I don't know why you think you're left out in the cold when there's somebody here to soothe you. If they are not with you, if you do not have two people, they are coming. All right? Because why do I have a Lover in your advice position? You have to make a choice. There's a fire person here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to be a fire sign, but they are reacting like one, or they have a lot of fire in their natal chart. Okay? This is somebody very attractive, very fiery, very passionate, and they're just giving you and showing you a whole buttload of life, right? You're curious to see where it might go, as they are. This person likes you. And look at this, Knight of Wands. It's like the universe is doubling down my message. You're leaving it to a lovership. You're leaving it sloppy. You don't. I'm not saying you're sloppy. Sorry, let me take that back. No, maybe they're doing it too because cards are vice versa. But what I want to say is there's no T's being crossed. There's no I's being dotted. All right? You can't leave this in lover form is what I'm saying. You feel left out in the cold. That's because you're holding on to an old energy. Or holding on to someone or something. Oh, the beautifulness that I see at the bottom of the deck. I would love to tell you, but no, friends. That's November. What is the Queen of Cups and the Empress, please? Look at this, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So you might have rejected someone's offer, or you will be rejecting someone's offer, Capricorn. Again, vice versa. This could be a brand new job because it's a pentacle. Others of you, it's the start of a solid relationship. Why? I mean, I see why. You think it's beneath you or below you or something like that. Or you don't think it's of value. But here's what I love. You can't stop these new beginnings that are trying to come at you, Capricorn, because you have the Ace of Cups here. This is a fresh new start in love. And behind that is larger than friggin' life, Emperor. And lo and behold, here is you in the outcome, the Empress. This is power couple status. This is undeniable for you. All right, someone's going to come along and be like, you want to see a boss? That's what that looks like. Oh my God, how interesting. I'm now all of a sudden into your sign because I'm like, you're turning into a mini soap opera. But more controlled. Let's see what we're reading in the extended, please. What's going on in my extended? What are we going to read about for Cappies? Capricorn, please. See, for those of you who are new to my channel, when I like oracle cards, I'll tell you why. Because these are additional messages that the universe or your angel guides or your spirit guides or your ancestors are passing on to you. Because they're like, damn, what in the fuck is Sally doing? Why is John doing that? So these are those messages. John, Sally, Ingrid. Trust the universe. Trust us. Flirt. So what we do in the extended is we put more tarot cards on top of it to see the additional messages the universe wants to guide you into regarding your love life to help you along. Then we go into your person, how they feel, what they think, and all of that stuff. Attraction at the bottom of the deck. It means it's time to give a shit about yourself and not them so much. All right, and last but not least, what? Oh no. We're going to do spiritual. Guys, if you can't handle expletives, please exit stage left. Those of you who can handle a little bit of cursing, cool. What's going on here for Capricorn? You might get a little laugh out of this too. Capricorn. See what you got. What's the best that could happen? Oh, shit. You're probably super good at thinking up the worst case scenario, right? This card found you, did it? You can project all the fears onto a big screen and play them out in vivid color. You can actually feel the anger of the confrontation you haven't even confronted, the loss of the job you haven't even been fired from, the death of the star that hasn't dared to shoot for. Try putting those superpowers to work in the opposite direction. Imagine how you could be surprised and delighted in those same scenarios. Daydream instead of worry. Say hey to that cool ass shit. Love that for you. All right, guys, that's what I have for you this week. Everybody else, I'll see you over at Extended.